The holidays are upon us, and that means the holidays have arrived in Azeroth as well. We got some stuff to talk about here when it comes to that. Some interesting nerfs and buffs to a few classes, and then time gating. Is it a problem, or do we have time for it? We're going to get into that as well. Here we go. Pucker up, boys, and close your eyes, because the WoW news is about to come. How to tame your new Winter Veil Dream Festive reindeer. That's right. If you're a hunter out there, you know, a lover of things all furry and stuff like that, as I refer to many beast hunters to be, you can in fact tame Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or another version of him, known as the Dreaming Festive Reindeer. That's right. And all you have to do is dress yourself up in a single Christmas outfit. Now, this has to be one single, fully matching outfit. You can't mix the red and the green. Yes. You can't do any of that. It has to be all one, okay? And you walk up right here, basically into the Dreams Festive Reindeer area, which is in Old Hillsbrad Foothills. There, you will find this festive-looking reindeer sleeping, okay? Now, it's you and your luck, because this will spawn if you are wearing the correct outfit. But you and your luck as to whether you get the ultra-rare spawn with the glowing red nose. That's right. Either one is tameable. You'll be able to get this if you want it. As I said before, head over to the Hillsbrad Foothills to be able to get this and be dressed properly. Otherwise, the reindeer will disappear and you will not be able to tame it. Moving on to some other interesting news, more furry-related news as it seems. This is weird. This is weird. I'm not going to lie. So, this isn't related to us. This is related to China. But who knows? This could be us one day. China is getting a summoning pet. That's right, a pet that can create portals for the people. And guess what? This pet, of course, is on the auction. It's on the, WoW store. That's right, NetEase recently announced that for 120 yen or 16 US dollars, you'll be able to buy this pet, this weird-looking pet here. It's you know, China, it's China, right? This pet can evidently port you to a bunch of different areas in the Missa Pandaria zones. Now, why they chose Missa Pandaria, I have no idea, but it's a pet, yes, that can open portals for you to different zones. Now, this currently isn't available in the US, but sometimes this shit can be a weird foreshadowing of things to come here. Now, do I want to see a portal pet open up on the store? No. I don't. I prefer to see something cool in-game that you earn that can port you to different places. We have earnable portals already in the game via Mythic Plus, you know, getting certain ratings and stuff like that. But yeah, we still don't even have a summoning portal. The only way to summon right now is via Warlock. So this is a weirdo, little weird thing. This is what the pet looks like. People in China will be able to purchase this thing, as I said, for about 16 US dollars. We'll see if this thing eventually makes its way over. If it's super profitable and people really like it, I think we might see it in our own WoW store. If you live in Turkey, your WoW just got a little bit more expensive. That's right, the monthly sub price for your WoW just went up by a little bit. I don't know what the Turkish currency is, but it's going up, and this isn't the first time we've seen this year. A couple countries now, including a bunch in South America, have recently seen price hikes on their WoW sub. Now here, in the great old country of the United States of America, the American dollar, while, you know, it's taken some hits, the WoW sub has remained strong. Now, whether or not that has to do with the fact that the WoW store continues to generate extreme profits for them and they don't want to raise the WoW sub, we'll have to see. I have YouTube TV. Recently, that shit just went up on me. I found out it's going to go up by another $10 in January. It seems like raising sub prices is just something that goes along with inflation. Unfortunately, everything gets more expensive. Will the WoW sub increase here or for others around the world? We'll have to wait and see. Will I continue to pay it? Probably. I'm a degenerate and I have nothing better to do. Frostfire Mage and Dark Ranger Hunter hotfixes reapplied. That's right. If you're playing Frostfire Mage or Dark Ranger Hunter, you recently had some buffs pulled away that felt like a nerf. Maybe you didn't notice it. Maybe your DPS took a little bit of a hit and you don't know why. Well, it was because a retroactive fix actually ended up nerfing your class. Well, Blizzard's fixed that with 11.0.7 class tuning changes. They fixed some of the issues that were in 11.0.5, so now your classes should be performing more on par with what Blizzard wanted to. And that goes again for Frostfire Mages and Dark Ranger Hunters. Nice to see that they're actually going to be able to, you know, do a little bit more DPS as was originally intended. Time gating. Here it is. The main topic of today. Do we have time for time gating? So time gating seems to be the theme of 11.0.7, and no, I'm not talking about a Bronze Dragon portal. I'm talking about Blizzard intentionally holding back on items or making things impossible to get without real-life time passing. That's what time gating is. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of it. Now, the worst of it has to do with this Circe's Circlet Anal Ring, okay? It's annoying, it's bad, and why is it bad? Because this is player power attached, right? When you timegate something that's player power attached, it's going to create problems. And the main problem is, right now, this ring is hitting like a limp dick noodle. Why is that? Because Blizzard has time-gated the ability to get all of the gems that you're going to need to best in slot this item. Right now, this item at 642 is about equal to a 575 ring if you equip it. That's absolutely horrible. That's freaking trash. The fact that this thing is not going to actually be good enough until a certain amount of time has passed in real life where you can equip it properly, upgrade it properly to make it best in slot is it's anti-fun. It really is. It's anti-fun. It's not a good thing. I'm not happy to see this. Now, Blizzard has also time-gated, we already know this about flying. Flying on the Isle right now is not possible. That is a time-gated event that you will not be able to unlock flying until a certain amount of time has passed. I believe until January. They're holding out on flying a couple weeks here. And there's another even time-gated. The little Mountie boy, the little scaly-looking dog, even that thing is time-gated. Now, that thing is not player power attached. It's not going to create any type of harm to your life that you can get that little dog. We've had many time-gated pets before. I remember getting the Proto Drake. What was it? Back in, what's it called? Wrath of the Lich King. You know, where you had to hatch the egg, and then you'd have to wait a week to, for the egg to hatch, and then you go buy another Proto Drake egg until you got the green one. That was a fun little thing. It's not player power attached. That's okay. Same thing with this. These little doggy boys. You got to feed them for 6 weeks, I believe, straight, or 10 days straight, and do the quest every day, and then finally you'll unlock the ability to get that pet. Now, those things are okay, but time gating when it comes to player power or anything related to a player's ability to do damage or heal or whatever it is, that's the wrong way to time gate. This thing should have been available out the gate. I know Blizzard's trying to prolong this content until 11.1 comes out. They're hoping that this can be a long enough filler to actually make people feel like they have something to do. But here's the thing. The holidays are coming. People don't have to play right now. It's okay if they take a little bit of a break, go touch some grass underneath the snow, maybe go see some family members, and, do things outside of the game. The fact that they tried to time gate this to create a longer grind to make 11.0.7 feels bad. Feels bad. No, don't tell me what to do. I will try not to. 6 weeks on the flying. Yeah, 6 weeks flying. Now that in and of itself is not as bad either as this circlet thing. I just feel like time gating something that is player power bound is a bad way to do it, especially when that is really the centerpiece of this patch. What is going on in this patch besides this? Absolutely nothing. They even time-gated the Dalaran story event. That shit's not coming out yet, and that was the thing I was most excited to see. So again, time gating, really, it's the theme of this patch. Unfortunately, Blizzard decided to go this route. Maybe they'll change it. Maybe they'll actually make these gems available. They did release a blue post just yesterday talking about this, making clear choices, things like that, with trying to time gate. And they did said they are going to focus on the ring and making sure that it's powerful enough, and they'll be buffing it again and again to try to make sure that it is best in slot for everybody. But just don't time gate it. That would have saved things. Moving on, MDI. Yes, it is coming back in 2025, specifically January 22nd. This thing kicks off. Now, you guys have seen this before. I don't compete in MDIs because I don't want to show off. I don't want to show my true power level to everybody in the world. So I prefer to stay away from these kinds of, big dick tournaments. But yes, it kicks off on January 22nd. You can sign up for this. Of course, if you don't know what Mythic Dungeon, the Great Push is, it's basically pushing keys as high as you can. You get assigned a key, you got to push it as high as you can. The winners will get 200,000 US dollars. That's right. If you win, you get yourself some cold, hard cash. These things are fun to watch on Twitch and YouTube if you're into that. Watching some of the best, push keys as high as they can. And last but not least here, as I said, we are in the holidays, and Blizzard has released a new story following Illyria Windrunner as she goes through the Winter Veil events, but still struggles with the Void. That's right, the Void is still just around the corner. The book is described as the Feast of the Winter Veil draws near. Loved ones around Azeroth gather close in celebration. The fabled Sons of Lothar are no exemption, but amid the long-awaited reunion feast, something weighs on Illyria Windrunner. Xal'atath's remains at large and could strike at any moment. Even against the festive trappings of Wintervale, the paragon of the Void Elves can't help but wonder if their peaceful days are indeed numbered. Now, again, this is a little, journey here that you can read. I'll link this below in the video, and I'll link this in chat here. Nice little comic. These are fun. These things are fun to read, go through. There's always little lore tidbits on what's going on with a lot of the heroes of Azeroth right now as you wait kind of for the lore to kick off and everything else. Fun stuff. Get into it. Nice little read by the fireplace while you're drinking your hot chocolate over break, and that is all in terms of news.